Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Martyna, and today I would like to do something that I haven't done in a while, and it is a mask making video. Mask making is of course inspired by Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah. I think she made this type of creating popular in our community, and this is just basically making the same thing over and over. And you guys, for me, these past few days, maybe even weeks, have been really hard. I've been struggling with a lot of anxiety. And what works really well to relax me, to take my mind off of things that stress me out, and to just kind of give me joy in being creative when I don't feel super inspired to do crazy, amazing things, is doing something over and over again, repeating. Repetition just really calms me down. And so I thought that today I would use some of those beautiful guest checks. These were gifted to me by Sophia. Thank you so much, Sophia. I have been hoarding them. I won't lie. We don't get them here in Poland. They are gorgeous. I love them. And you know how it is with things that you don't have an abundance of, and things that are not that readily available to you. When you use them up, they're gone. But I think that I'm ready to use them up, I guess. So my idea for today is that I'm just going to be making journaling cards out of those guest checks. I'm going to be collaging a little bit. I still want those to be, I still want it to be visible that it is a guest check. So I'm not going to be covering the whole thing up, but I will just add maybe some scraps, maybe some labels, and maybe some flowers or birds as focal points. So I'm basically going to stay basic. I'm not going to probably experiment. I'm going to do things that bring me joy, things that I really like. And if by any chance you may have felt or you may have been feeling a bit anxious yourself, then I invite you to join me. Just grab some project where you can make multiple items which are going to be similar, because really it does work, it does help. And even if you are not anxious, for which I am so happy for you, I think it's just enjoyable and it helps you build your stash. So why not try it? Okay, so I think I'm just going to put some of those guest checks like that. So how many can I fit? 4, I think I can fit comfortably in frame, so that you guys can see what I'm doing. And then maybe when I'm done with these 4, I will do more. So let's see. I think I'm going to start with choosing some focal points for those. I actually have some flowers here. Will this work? This is such a beautiful flower, but it's so huge that I'm having trouble using it for something. Okay, where are my flowers? I'm just looking around here. I did some organizing just yesterday, and of course when I organize I can't find anything. But I should have, okay, I don't know. I'm looking for my pouch, but maybe we can go with what I have here in the box. So let's look at those florals. Do we have something that would look great? Maybe I will also pull some of those out. Those are die cuts, which I made using Tim Holtz dies, and I just used some colored cardstock. And so I like to use them. With those fussy cut flowers. It's kind of like an interesting element in the background. How about this one? Okay, I like it. And then one more. A lot of them are either really small or really big. So I'm looking for something that will look nice, but also it's not going to be like tiny or, you know, too huge. Okay, I think I'm happy with this choice. Let me grab some more of these. And we will see if we can work them into here somehow. So I have some of those, and these I actually die cut, yes, from watercolor paper, and I used, I believe, some watercolor paints or something like that, maybe markers, to color them, but I'm not sure. Maybe actually something like that. Let's see if I can work this one out. I'm not sure, but perhaps it will be easier with these. They are not so colorful. I feel some clicking sound outside. I don't know what's going on. Hope the microphone is not picking it up. Maybe like this. And how about this? Okay, I quite like it. Let me see about this one, because I don't know what else we are going to be adding here, so I don't want to like overdo it with colors, you know. I think I might like this one better. So for these four, this is what I'm going with, and for the rest, if we have time, we will just have to see. Okay, so for a little bit of collaging, I think I'm going to just pick some scraps that I have here, and I would like you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. And I will see if I can, you know, just add them maybe behind my focal points. To create some layers. I do think though that these guest checks are so cute that you could basically add a flower and have a nice looking journaling card. Not much more is needed. Maybe some vellum. So I'm going to keep the layers a bit more neutral in color, so that I can then perhaps add some more color later. Okay, let's see what we can make with what we have. Oh, I see one more thing. this book page. This is some Polish book page, and I like the color. I like that it is vintage but kind of light, but I also see, oh, this one, yeah, I also like this one. This one is even lighter, even more towards white, so maybe I will stick with this. So I'm just going to start by tearing some pieces, like I often do, you know, to have some choices when I get to decorating. I have this. Oh, maybe it would look nice here. This is kind of like dark purple, similar to our flower. How about this? So this one could go here in a corner, and we will have a little bit of it sticking out. And then on top of that, maybe I could add something more. Maybe this one. Let's see if I will like it. So this one would go here. Now I still do want to see a little bit of that stamp, so maybe even like that, and then perhaps one more layer somewhere here, something like that for starters. Let's just go with it. Oops. So how are you guys? How are you doing? I'm always interested to know. By the time I'm filming it, I'm a bit behind with answering your comments, which I apologize for. I usually am trying to be really good with answering comments because, you know, with making those YouTube videos and kind of sitting here in my room and basically talking to myself, that's the way, the comments is the way where I can actually feel like I'm talking to you guys, and I really love it. So but like I said, just been a bit anxious. And I've noticed that whenever I am anxious, I think I'm going to ink this around so it stands out a little bit better. When I am anxious, like I have been, the first thing that suffers kind of is my social life, I guess. I draw away from people. I don't know. I just become like ultra introverted. Maybe I will add, maybe I could add something, excuse me, something here in this corner, maybe just a couple of pieces, something like this, so I don't want to cover the word guest check. Okay, maybe I will move these aside since I am working on this one for now. Okay. Yeah, I like it. And then I think I will pause here with this one and move to the next. And this way I can kind of work on a few at the same time, so that maybe on this side, no, not with this scrap. I don't know what I was saying. Oh yeah, so I can work on a few at the same time. Maybe a piece of this. How about here? And then this piece there. Maybe something like that. So then when I go to add some other bits and pieces, maybe a tracey labels, something like that, or maybe some washi tape, then I can again go from the first to the last and do it all at the same time. Where's my ink? Where's the ink? Yeah, like I said, been cleaning up. Now I can't find anything. So these ones I like to ink around because it makes them stand out more. They would be pretty much invisible if I didn't. So I'm going to do this, to do it this way. Now these are going to go somewhere here, and so I'm thinking maybe again something small, just a couple of pieces there to keep things cohesive. Maybe this, and maybe just a small piece of this white one. Yeah, I really like it, it's cute. So that's number 2. Let's go with these. So for these ones, how about maybe I will use some EPHEMERA. Maybe like that. Then I could also perhaps add a bit of a book page like that. And what else? What else? How about a piece of vellum? This is some printed vellum, which I got, I think, in maybe one of your Creative Studio boxes. Something like that. Okay, so this one goes first. Then this one. Beautiful Edith Holden handwriting. Not sure if it is actually her handwriting, but I think so. I mean, I don't know whose it would be, right? But I just mean if it's not like a font, like a computer font. But I don't think so, because every letter is slightly different, every A is slightly different, and so on. And to tie it in, I'm going to use another bit of it of hold on. This one is going to be upside down, but it's fine. And then this one. Yeah, I really like it. This I would like to ink around. What? Why didn't it stick? And our flowers are going to go somewhere here. And then the last one, so maybe with this one I will do kind of the other side. So I would do something maybe like this. Oh, I have some music paper. Maybe that. And then here. So just very simple collaging, just adding, like I said, a few bits and pieces, and doing it over and over again is really relaxing, and so it's gluing things down, and so it's tearing those scraps into smaller pieces and inking around, and yeah, it's just very relaxing, and I recommend doing something like this when you are having maybe a hard time. Okay, and then of course I want one more, so I'm going to take this bit here and this piece. Inking. Here. And maybe there. And here will be our flowers. Okay, so I'm going to throw away those scraps that I don't think I'm going to use, those tiny ones. Right. Do I want to... I could either add something more, or maybe move those up and do kind of the same thing with 4 more. So it's an actual mass making. maybe with these I will start with the scraps and not the focal points. Maybe I will use this. This I believe is a scrap from maybe some Roxy Creations. This is a wrapping paper. Here I have some scrapbooking. So these are vintagey looking, and these maybe I'm going to make them into a bit more colorful pieces. Here's some ledger paper, some tiny bit of Holden, maybe a map. Maybe that would be too much. But this is some kind of like handmade or mulberry paper, and I believe this one comes from your creative studio. Maybe a piece of this. This, you guys know, is like my favorite patterned paper ever. Or one of them for sure. Maybe this. This is some digital ledger. Some more actual vintage ledger. Yeah, I think we should have enough. So let's see. Maybe I will start with this one. So let's see. Could maybe add this piece here, and then like that. And I am going to pair it with something just got blown away. Still having my fan, my ceiling fan on. So maybe something like this. I think I quite like it. Let me add a little bit of ink onto these. And then this one. Okay, and then the top cluster. One piece like that. And next, maybe here. I really like it, it's so sweet. Okay, so for this next one, maybe I could actually use some of this periwinkle. So perhaps here, and then a bit like this. Maybe like that. I think it will be an interesting challenge to find those flowers or focal points that match these colors and, you know, not the other way around. So we will see. We will see how we go about it. Okay, this one. I'm using wet glue because this is quite a thick cardstock, and I'm not so sure that glue stick would hold it. But for this, glue stick is perfect. Okay, see, here is this one, and maybe here. Alrighty, so for this next one, maybe these two. I quite like how they look together. So what I would do is I would take a piece and maybe we can go and do it like on this side this time. So take a couple of pieces like that, and then I'm going to pair them with this. So somehow like this. I really like it. So again, glue stick for the thin paper and wet glue for the thick paper. It's a really nice day here in Poland, or here in Krakow, so I think when I'm finished filming I'm going to take a walk. Oops. I'm going to take a walk to this nearby place. We have this like a lake, and there's a forest around it. It's like 10 minutes from where I live. And look at this. What was I saying? Lake and forest. Oh, and there are lots of paths there to just walk and spend time in nature, which is good, especially, you know, if you live in a bigger city like I do, and especially when it's like super hot, like it was for the past a couple of weeks. It's not today, thankfully, but you know, every like concrete surface just heats up and keeps this heat, and it's really like it feels like it's hotter than it actually is when you are in the city, surrounded by all this stone, but with trees it's like so much cooler. I think I like it, and now will be the challenge of finding the focal point. Well, maybe it's not going to be such a challenge. We will see. Alrighty, so I want to move this from here. Let's see. Now, where is this pouch of mine? Okay, I'm going to have to... here it is, okay. Just to the side. Okay, so... let's see what we can find. Maybe this one here. Oh, I love it. It's beautiful, perfect with the color. And for here I would prefer something bluer. Maybe this delicate one. Something more blue than purple. Okay. And then for this one, I'm going to need something reddish, pinkish, like this. I like it. I would have to cut the insides, but other than that, I think it's really, really nice. And for this, something pink, right? Now, maybe something smaller, maybe something more delicate. How about this? Yeah, I think I love it. And that's it. Yep, that's it. Now I'm going to decide if I want any of those die cuts here as well. Maybe to keep things consistent, right? Maybe this one could go here. How about this? This one somewhere here. And I need one more. Do I have one more which would be just green? I have this. I think so. They even look like they could be a similar flower. So what I want to do is take a pair of more precise scissors and cut these insides. So we don't have too much white. Okay. Then this. And I think that will be enough. Yes. Okay. Now, do I want to glue them down, or do I want to add something before I do? And by something I mean labels. I mean, what could I use? So these, of course, are Tracy Fox labels. If you've been on my channel for any amount of time, you know I love them. You know I love them. I use them a lot. I think they are super versatile, and I will try to remember to link them in the description box, but if you don't see the link, then you can just search on Etsy for Love Junk Journals. That is Tracy's shop. Maybe not. I'm wondering what else I could add. Maybe that would be enough for now, and then I would like to add some kind of a topper. Now this is, this is supposed to be like a very simple and quick project. I feel that mask making is perfect for those types of projects. So I think I'm just going to start gluing everything down here. With my wet glue. And then this one. Okay. I'm thinking like that, so it overlaps this die cut a little bit. Okay, I really love it. And then this one. So like I said many times before, I really do love those die cuts. They are just such a pain to glue down because they are so thin and delicate. And a flower. Okay, so what can I chat with you guys about? Do I have any stories? Well, Derek started a new job. And so far so good. He's enjoying it, although, well, he's had a lot of trainings and stuff like that, so he hasn't really started working yet. But I think it's going to be good. He's going to learn some new technologies. He is an IT developer, so I just miss him, because in his previous job he worked pretty much all week from home, and he would go to the office only from time to time. So through the whole pandemic especially, we were like spending a lot of time together. Him working from home and me working from home, of course. But now he's back. Like he still can work from home, but obviously he's just started, so he needs to be in the office for some time. And I'm like, I'm sad. I miss him. I love this one. Okay, and then this one. Maybe here. And then how do I want this one? Something like this, partially overlapping the die cut as well. So yeah, so I think I might go for a walk, and then maybe I will even film another video. I really feel like filming today. and yeah, why not use this energy and actually to actually film. Okay, now these ones, so we will have 8. And I don't know, because I had a couple of breaks, I don't know how long I'm actually filming altogether, so I have no idea how long this video is going to be, but because it's supposed to be relaxing, you of course, with all of my videos, you never have to watch them all at once. You can come back to them whenever you have time. Oops. Okay. And just whenever you feel like spending creative time with someone. All right. And then this. This one. I'm going to take my scissors and snip off this bit. So the other night we started watching the show The Boys. I don't know if anyone has seen it. I never heard about it, and then Derek heard about it from some YouTube video, some YouTube review. And I believe we've seen 2 episodes so far. I believe this is about like taking the trope of superheroes and kind of subverting it in a sense that the superheroes are actually corrupted and they are kind of controlled by this corporation-like company, and they are really not good people, you know. And it's an interesting concept. I like themes like that, and also what drew us to this is that the guy who did the review, he said that the series is full of like gray characters, you know. No one is just black or white. I mean, not the color, but no one is just good or bad. They are all, you know, gray morality. And this is something I'm really interested in because, you know, that's just how people are. No one is inherently good or bad, I believe. We all sometimes do bad things or things that we are not proud of. And so this is supposed to kind of I don't know, examine this theme. But I'm interested if anyone has seen it. I would love to know your guys' opinion on it. It's definitely a bit weird, and I'm not sure if I'm going to like it. But for now, after the first 2 episodes, I find it interesting. So let's take this, and this is going to be the last one. Okay, I think I'm going to ink around those as well, just to add a finishing touch to them. I'm not sure if it's actually not going to rain in just a moment. I've seen on an hourly weather forecast that it might rain, and we might actually get a thunderstorm. But then it's supposed to be sunny, so we will see about that. I really do want to go for this walk. Okay, so this is done, and now let me take my inking tool and go around those guess checks and all of those scraps that we've put here. Much better with the inking around, at least for me. It always adds this really fun vintage effect and definitely kind of like finishes the project off for me. It's just a perfect finishing touch. Yeah, it's definitely getting darker. My desk is situated kind of in front of the window, so there when I look ahead there's a window. Now I don't have a pretty view whatsoever. Actually, I have a rather ugly view because my windows face this very old building. I don't even know what this building is, but it's old and long, so this is pretty much all I see. It's abandoned, which is a bit creepy, and it's behind like a stone fence, like a stone fence, and it's really ugly, you guys. It's like this really ugly brownish, grayish, beige, dark beige, I don't know, color. It's made of stone. I don't know, I think I checked once what it was, but I honestly don't remember now. I think maybe it was some kind of like a university facility, something like that, but it's definitely abandoned. And the land that it stands on, which is behind the fence still, and it's technically still under surveillance from, you know, if you believe what the what they say on those little I don't know, cards that are hanging on the stone fence. So the land is really what was the word? Neglected. It's very neglected. It's very dirty. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, some kids or teenagers would just go there and spend evenings there just drinking or something, because it looks like it could be used for that. Awesome. So now, yeah, it's already raining, I can see. So now what I want to do is I would like to add eyelets to the top of those cards. Now I don't think I'm going to be covering the background with anything, because I quite like the guest check background, and there is a lot of space to journal. But I would like to add an eyelet and some kind of trim, something like that. The thing is that this is quite a thin paper, and with thinner papers, well, the eyelet really needs something to hold on to. So with thinner papers, sometimes it can just, you know, not work. It just won't stay where it's supposed to. So what I think I will do is I will grab my scraps box again, and I will find some scrapbooking cardstock. Maybe this one is too soft, but some thicker scrapbooking cardstock, scraps, and I will just Oh, maybe something like that. Tim Holtz is really good because it's quite thick, and so I will just cut pieces of this and put it on the back here. So this will be kind of like a nice decoration, but also it will give me this a little bit of like heft and thickness of the paper. So I'm going to maybe just cut like 3 centimeter pieces. Is it okay? Maybe too much, because I don't want to cover the writing. So how about 2 centimeters? How about 2? Yes, this is perfect. And I'm going to attach them here, and then my eyelet will go through. So I need 8 of those. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Cool. So now let's grab all of these and let's attach these pieces. Now, what do I want to use? Maybe this wet glue, just not too much so it doesn't like seep through. Or maybe glue stick. So it is still thick cardstock, but because I'm going to add an eyelet through it, maybe glue stick will actually be enough. And that's because I don't want it to warp here in the front, which it might happen. Might happen with wet glue. With wet glue. Yeah. So I think maybe I will do just one on camera, with the eyelet I mean, and then I will maybe make the rest of them off camera, because I think this video might be a bit long, and with those long videos they really have do you have okay, I think I counted it wrong. With those longer videos, well, they really have trouble sometimes uploading to YouTube, so I don't want to push it. And it also, of course, takes a lot more from your computer to process and to render and to export videos, which are very long because the files are very big. Okay, so I like to keep it up to an hour. I think maybe, I have no idea, maybe we are already over an hour. Maybe not. I guess I will see when I join all of the files together and can see the whole video. So let me show you guys what my idea for those is, and that is I'm going to take a hole punch and punch a hole kind of in the middle here between the words, and within this piece of paper, of course. Then let's pick an eyelet, and I think I'm just going to go with a regular one, so just like a metal one, or like old metal color. And for the trim, I'm thinking maybe I will use eyelash trim. I do love eyelash trim, and I have this really nice cream color. So I would just take a piece, fold it in half, and thread it through here. I think Derek is coming back. Okay, here they are. I think I'm going to just leave them as they are. I really like them. They are so simple, but I really wanted to still be able to see that it is a guest check, so I definitely didn't want to cover the whole thing up. And also I like that because because I haven't covered up the whole thing, you still get some of those lines here. So I think it would be so cool to add some of your journaling, you know, here on the front, and then of course there is the whole back. So I really like them. Maybe let me show you guys. The only thing that I may still do, or I guess there are two, so I may still decide to go around them with my sewing machine, but I'm also thinking maybe I will add some gold splashes, to, you know, I don't know, add some gold. Just add some gold. That's all the reason I need. And yeah, and so this way we have 8 journaling cards ready to add them to journals. So yeah, so I hope you guys found it relaxing and calming, perhaps, or interesting. At the very least, I hope you had fun crafting with me. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and yeah, I will speak to you guys very, very soon in the next video. Bye!